Hey Tony, daycare is what should parents look for. Obviously, I think the most important thing is that you feel good about your decision. You listen to your gut. I think um, that we have that sense about if our children are in a good place, if they're in a safe place. But obviously, we can never really ultimately know. You just try to make the best decision that you can, and take all the information, and of course check it out all very thoroughly and carefully, and then follow your gut on what you come up with. I removed my son from 2 daycares when he was 2, because I just didn't feel comfortable. I didn't think that, my gut was just telling me this isn't a good situation for my son. And so then that was when, after those experiences and not being able to find a place that I felt comfortable with, that's when I decided to work from home. Then when my son was almost 4 and Susan's daughter Julia was born, Susan and I were sort of looking after, well, at that point I was doing a lot of looking after Julia. We would swap a bit, but I was looking after Julia a lot, and Jackson's bored at home. His preschool just wasn't really satisfying him enough. 2 days of preschool wasn't enough for him, and so he was pretty bored. So I put him in the YMCA daycare for about 5 or 6 hours twice a week, so I could work and he could be in a more social setting, and he loved it. And I guess he was older, he was ready for it. Plus I felt really good about the daycare. I felt that, I liked that it was this licensed daycare that was very regulated, and I could trust that the rules were being followed and that my son was safe. And most of all, he seemed happy. His behavior at home was improving. Versus when he was in an unhappy situation, he was very acting out at home, and I could tell that he was very stressed about his daycare situation. Even though that daycare was very part-time, I think those times I tried it out, I think it was like 1 day a week, but I just really wasn't happy with it, and he wasn't. So I think follow your gut, do the best you can for you and your family, and then just try to help have good communication with your childcare provider.